Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark. I'm back here, and today is convocation day. So it's 1 week from graduation, and so let's see some updates. So last week we took a PEAT exam. As a class, we bought the exam. I think we each had to pay $79. It was great. It came with two tests. One was a retired NPTE exam. So based on that, they said, the questions are exactly the same format that you would see, or that I will see on the NPTE. Also, it came with a practice exam, so I'll be taking that later down the road, probably in a month or so. So what else has happened is mailed out all my forms. They should be getting the go-ahead to process the forms today, tomorrow, from the chair of my department. So I should be receiving that authorization to test forms shortly, and I'll be able to register with Prometrics. Also, I received my O'Sullivan's book. Haven't opened it up yet. I was actually really excited for this thing, which is kind of weird. But anyways, in the article I talked about kind of going back and forth between the O'Sullivan and score builders. Ultimately, I decided on this. I talked to other people that have graduated, and they seem to prefer the O'Sullivan's book. Score builders, from the reviews I've read, is an easier to read book. It's got great pictures, lots of diagrams, and this O'Sullivan's is a little more dense, but it also goes into more depth, more detail, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. This comes with 3 practice tests. I'm not sure what the score builders has, but everyone said that they scored lower on these because the questions were harder. So I don't want to get score builders and then score really well and then think that I'm really super prepared when I'm not. So I'd rather get this one, feel a little bit uncomfortable, and hopefully end up over preparing. So let's just open it up. So exciting. Okay. So I've literally had this for almost a week now. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, guys, so I'm not sure if that's in focus. 18th edition, 2015, Therapy Ed. I bought it straight from the Therapy Ed website. It was $85 plus shipping and came out to be about $90. I looked on Amazon. They're charging up to $130, so obviously I wasn't going to buy it from there. Here is the thumb drive. Comes with the 3 practice exams. And let's just peel this bad boy open. 600 challenging questions, 3 complete exams. Wow, yeah. So this looks pretty dense. It's just like a regular textbook. So right now, my plan is just to stick with this for now. I'm going to go through it. So this is the way it works out. I'm going to do 7 weeks of studying. It's in the article. 7 weeks of studying. I'll start June 1st. That first week, I'm just going to review the retired NPTE that I took. All the questions you got wrong, or even the ones you got right, it provides an explanation for the question, a rationale. So I'm going to go through that, look over all the questions I missed, and then try to zero in on specific weaknesses that I have. So that first week of studying is really just going to be trying to figure out what areas I need to work on the most, and looking at the breakdown. Some of it was neuromuscular. I can't remember exactly. I did well in the musculoskeletal, so I won't have to put as much attention towards that. And then the following 6 weeks, I have a breakdown syllabus kind of all the topics, and I'm just going to go through this chapter by chapter. I'd like to get through it, twice throughout the entire process. But so I've got 4 practice tests, my PEAT, and then 3 more in here. So I will be taking those practice tests on every Friday, and I'm scheduling the PEAT. I'm going to take that right in the middle. So about week 4 of my studying, I think I'll take that PEAT exam, kind of see where I'm at with the material, and then I'll adjust accordingly for the following 2 weeks on the areas that I'm still lagging behind in. And then after that, I'll have one more practice exam, which I'll take. I think I'm going to take it week 5. And on top of that, so throughout the week, I'll be going through the material myself. I'm going to use this for any areas that I feel, that this doesn't cover in enough depth. I'll go to my texts, since the texts are ultimately where they get the questions from. I'll go to the text if I need to. Also on Fridays, as I said, I'll be doing the practice test. So I'll allot 3 to 4 hours to take the exam, and then after that, I'll be meeting with a classmate, 1 or 2 classmates, and we'll discuss either the exam. We'll go over the questions that we missed. We'll discuss any topics that we're having difficulty with, and I think this will just be a good way to keep each other accountable, to make sure we're staying on track. And again, some people have strengths, and then other people have they might have, their strength might be your weakness. So having a different perspective, is going to help a lot. So let me see, is there anything else? I think that's it, guys. So just check back in. I'll let you know how this goes. Graduation, 1 week. I know a lot of you guys have already graduated. I've seen on Facebook. You're lucky. Congratulations to all of you guys. And enjoy the week or 2 off you have before you really have to start hitting the books. And okay, I'll catch up with you in the next video. Have a great one, guys.